Hello and welcome to Module 5, where we will be reviewing Chapter 15, Investments. Now, we just spent the last two modules really digging into liabilities, right? Now, in Accounting 1, a lot of your Accounting 1 concept, in addition to the accounting cycle, really went into different assets on the left-hand side of the balance sheet, right? So you learned a lot about accounts receivable and allowance for doubtful accounts. You learned about cash and cash equivalents. You learned about fixed assets, your property, plant, and equipment, and how to depreciate it. So here, we're actually going to revisit that asset side of the balance sheet by going into investments for this chapter. So when we're talking about a company making an investment, you're really going to want to understand, one, the basics of investments. So there's a good portion of your chapter that talks about what you need to understand about investments. And then it breaks up the investments into two main categories: debt investments and equity investments. This might sound a little bit familiar to when you were in your prior chapters and you were trying to understand financing for a company, right? So when we learned about how we were trying to finance our operations, so basically how to get money in order to run our company, we talked a lot about debt and equity. We're going to be doing it from the other side of the transaction here in Chapter 15. So now we are the ones who are investing in another company's debt and investing in another company's equity or stock, right? So with debt investments, as you're running through this chapter, you're going to want to spend a bit of time really understanding the difference between trading, held to maturity, and available for sale debt investments. And then for equity investments, you're going to want to understand the difference between the influences for fair value method, equity method, and consolidation method. Now you're actually going to learn how to do all of these with the exception of consolidation method. This method is a little advanced, so really you just want to understand what it is and when we use it rather than how to do it. But for the rest of these, you're going to go in pretty deep, okay? So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us or a tutor, and keep up the great work.